driven by people's creativity. You know, you want to do something and you look for the technology to accomplish it. It's a very technology-driven music, you know. So basically, they go hand in hand and they complement each other, basically. It's really good to, you know, to travel to other countries and to experience other cultures, and that's the main thing for me, you know. I mean, I pretty much know what's going to happen when I perform, you know. I wouldn't say it's the same everywhere, but it's similar. But the context around it is always different because of the, you know, different cultures, and that's the main difference between all the places I go. Well, there have been many moments in my career that had an impact. You know, I've done many albums, and which is always a big body of work to work on, and it's always a relief when it's finished. But I've also done, you know, many live performances, and there's no gig is the same, you know, it's always different. My role in the label Electric Deluxe is basically A&R. I'm trying to find stuff that sort of represents my style and the stuff that I love. My musical taste is very wide, you know, so I don't like one particular sound, and I don't really care about trends too much. So I basically look for the stuff that I really like, that is close to my taste. Well, the musical identity I try to portray is something that is not like the flavor of the month, you know. I don't really care about, you know, to score like big hits. I mean, if one comes along, it's perfect, you know, but it's not the, you know, the goal. I just like to, you know, release music that I really believe in, and that I can play myself. Well, I think the, you know, digital music or MP3s or whatever you call it has advantages and disadvantages. You know, the big advantage is that for anyone who wants to make music, they can spread their music to, you know, a potential audience of millions. But at the same time, it has become such a big cloud of, you know, stuff that's out there that it's very hard to find the stuff that you like. So I think there's a lot of need for curation, for, you know, to design channels or labels or, you know, platforms that push a certain style of music, so people can identify with these channels or labels. My main project is Speedy J, but I do a lot of collaborations with other artists. When I was working on a label Nova Mute in the 90s, I started a series of collaborations called Collabs, and I did collaborations with, for example, Adam Bayer, Chris Liebing, George Isakidis. Each one has taken on kind of a different form, and the one with Chris was very productive because also we did shows together. We started to play together because we were on the same stage anyway. And that kind of developed into a new live show that we continue to this day, basically. We're taking it slow at the moment, but there will be more in the next year. The label is still going very strong. There's new releases by Phil Kieran with Gary Beck remixes, and the next one out will be a single by ecologist Brandon Muller. And we just did an album by Terence Fixmer. And there's lots of other stuff planned for the next year, so it's a pretty packed release schedule. And other than that, I'm working on events. I run my own events in Holland called Electric Deluxe, and we have a residency in the Milky Way. And the next one will be the 4th of February with Jeff Mills, Central District Ecologist, myself, Joey Daniel, Jeff Russian. And we've hosted the techno stage at a large festival called Mysteryland last year, so we're doing well with the events. It's another branch of what I'm doing, basically.